And then also the Parshindi's flow in war when they fight together with song and how that gets them into a flow and a connection to Roshar and also a connection to each other and to the battle itself.
I think it's really interesting that you pointed out the way the Parshendi are also in a flow state as they're singing and battling together, and they're in harmony with Roshar, and comparing that to the Thrill, which is also kind of a flow state, but it's a much less we're connected with the world around us flow state versus a obsessive destructive flow state. It's more of the flow state of someone who's addicted to something and is getting their fix and like getting as much as they possibly can and continuing to go in that destructive cycle. They're very interesting contrasts here. What can we learn from that contrast?
I just was thinking about how, like, even though there's a contrast there, they're still both states connected to Roshar, right? The Thrill is connected to Odium, and the Parshindi's like singing is connected to the planet Roshar because they're native to the planet, right? And I think then somewhat to honor in Odium as well, right? And so I think it's interesting that those two types of flows are different. And I love that pointing out because I wouldn't have thought of that, of the Thrill being just so destructive in relation to the Parshindi's not being as destructive. But like both of them are connected to Roshar and to like that core central aspect of this planet, which is very, I mean, it has to be alien to us, right? Because it's like the flow of our earth when it comes to all of our mythologies is always like niceness, motherhood, things like that, right? And Roshar is very much like war, battle, destruction, and things like that.
I'm just wondering, like, if we have examples of these two kinds of flow states in our lives, like, can we differentiate between the two? Because, like, maybe the Thrill is the kind of flow state that maybe you get into when you're scrolling on your phone, right? It's the doom scrolling kind of flow state where, like, you can just sit in the same thing forever and not realize that hours have gone by, but it's doing something destructive to you spiritually and internally. Whereas the Parshendi's flow state is more of like a connection and a productive flow state where you feel like you feel good afterwards because you're, cooperating with someone to accomplish something rather than feeling drained and kind of disgusting afterwards.